And as such, you're more valuable and can... Hey guys, DJ Jason Hooper, I'm back, and in this video, I'm going to give you 3 legal and bookkeeping things that you need to have in order if you're going to run a successful DJ business. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. DJ Jason Hooper here. So glad you're here. And if you're just stopping by or this is your first time here, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the alert bell and make sure that you get notified when I drop a new video, which is every week. And also, if you find this information valuable, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys, so let's get to it. So this is the last video in a series that I did about starting a successful and profitable DJ business and the core basics that you're going to need to start. And I'll admit that this is probably going to be the least exciting one because it covers the basic legal, bookkeeping, and administrative things that you're going to have in order to be not only successful but legal. But I challenge you to stick around and watch the whole video because it's important. And if you want to make sure that you're on the up and up with your business, you would do well to implement the pieces of advice that I'm going to give you now. Without further ado, step number 1 is to make sure you have a legal basis for doing business in your jurisdiction. Simply put, that means business license, certificate, or sponsorship or endorsement to be conducting business legally in your jurisdiction. Where I live, all I need is a state business license. The cities that I work in don't require any other type of license or endorsement. So I had to file with the state that I live in, and you pay a nominal fee and they send you a license with a number that you can use as a tax reporting code. Now, usually you just need to do a little bit of research where you live. Check out your Department of Revenue website for whatever state you live in and go from there. You can use companies online that will help. LegalZoom comes to mind, and that website will be able to kind of guide you through all the legal documents that you need to have in order to run a business. Now, I understand this is not sexy, this is not exciting, but it is mandatory to do business legally, and also it's going to put you way ahead of everybody else who's just working under the table or on the side because you are a legitimate business, at least in the state's eyes. And as such, you'll become more valuable and can command a higher price. In fact, if you implement all these steps, it's going to do that for you. So kind of related to the first step in the legal basis to do business is liability insurance. At a bare minimum, you're going to want to make sure that you are covered in case there's an accident, in case your gear sets a fire, in case a guest trips over your cord and hurts themselves. You want to make sure that you're protected against any civil or legal action that might be brought against you that could cost you money and your livelihood and your business ultimately. So insurance for DJs and entertainers varies, and there's multiple places you can get it. There are a few online that specialize in DJ and entertaining, but you could also go to your local insurance agent and see if they will cover a DJ or an entertainer. But if you're out conducting business, you should have liability insurance at the bare minimum. Now, you could also look into insuring your equipment against theft, damage, loss. That's extra. But at the bare minimum, like I said, liability insurance is a must. Okay, so the second thing that you're going to want to have in order when you're running a professional business is a contract. Now, contracts are absolutely mandatory, and they're mandatory for a few reasons. One, they help clarify hypothetical situations that could arise that could become an issue if they're not dealt with right off the bat. They also go into detail the DJ's responsibility to the client and also the client's responsibility to the DJ. This could be payment. This could be things that the client needs to provide the DJ. This could be what the DJ is providing the client in terms of services. They also clarify things like what happens if you're sick or what happens if you can't perform. All of it needs to be hashed out in your contract. Now, I would suggest having a lawyer check it out, or you can go onto a site like LegalZoom.com and draft up a sound legal document that you can use. One tip that I will suggest when you're drafting a contract and when you actually have one is to kind of keep it short if you can. You don't want to present this long, droning, legalistic document to your clients when you're proposing your services. It's kind of a turnoff. So what I would suggest is 1-2 pages tops, bullet pointed out, really clear, but as specific as you can be so you can make sure that you're covered if anything comes up in a legal way. All right, guys, so the third thing that you're going to want to have in place as a DJ business is a bank account, right? Do not use your personal bank account to collect DJ money. What happens is you're just going to get it mixed up with your personal finances. You're going to spend it. You're not going to have money there when you need to have something fixed or reinvest in your business or pay a bill or an invoice. You want to keep that all separate. And additionally, you're going to want to make sure that you have a system of keeping track of money in and money out. You can use honeybook.com. They're a vendor-specific service that helps people like us, people like photographers, anyone in the event, wedding industry, and I'm sure a lot of others, send out invoices, collect payment, set up meetings and stuff like that. You could also do it yourself with like QuickBooks or an Excel document even. That's what I use. But I will say it's probably not the easiest thing to do. I think the software, the services are a lot better. Another point related to having a bank account and dealing with bookkeeping is you want to make sure that you have a way for your clients to pay you. I suggest having more than one, but at least one. And what I'm talking about is like PayPal, Square, Stripe, Cash, check. You just want to have a real straightforward way that you can collect payment from your clients. And I would also suggest having many ways that a client can pay you so you can give them options and let them choose. A lot of these services are free to use or they charge a minimal fee. PayPal, I think, is a nominal fee plus 3% of whatever the total is. And I believe Square is kind of the same. Now, the benefit to PayPal, Square, Venmo, for example, is that you can send links out, you can send invoices with links. You don't have to meet up for a transaction, say to exchange a cash or check. Although you'll probably find that a lot of people still prefer that. You'll probably still get people mailing you checks, as I do quite often. But I would recommend having at least one online e-commerce option for your clients to be able to pay. And another thing related to money is make sure that you're charging sales tax if there is a sales tax in the area that you're working in. And I would add that into your price so you're not taking a hit later when you are doing your taxes. And that is the last point related to money, and probably the most important is to make sure that you are set up to file a tax return and report any extra income that you make as a DJ, whether it is as a business or if you're adding it to your personal income. You want to be on the up and up because you're conducting legal business and you need to make sure that you're following all the legal rules and guidelines related to taxes. So don't ignore that, guys. It's actually really simple if you're a small business, sole proprietor, or an LLC. There's a lot of helpful videos on YouTube. You could actually go talk to a financial advisor or a bookkeeper, and they'll be able to help you get set up with what you need. So that's it, guys. 3 kind of boring but really important things that you need to have in place if you're going to run a professional DJ business, or any business for that matter. You want to make sure that you're legally protected, that your clients can pay you, and that you're reporting that payment to the tax man. Thanks again for joining me, guys. If you find this video helpful or any of my content helpful, please make sure that you like it, share it with somebody who might need to know this stuff, and make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that way you won't be missing any of the videos I put out. Maybe you're just starting as a DJ and you don't have any gear yet. I've got a free gift for you down in the description. It's a link that will take you to a free PDF file of how to build your first DJ rig if you don't have one yet. Use that to get set up to start your business, get out there and get DJing and start making more money. What do you guys think? Is there any other legal element or financial element or bookkeeping element or any type of like office or administrative task or function that I forgot that's really important? Leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you need help or advice in getting this stuff set up, or maybe where you should go for that, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd love to help. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining me on this video. Thanks for joining me on the series, and I'll see you next week.